Hey folks, and welcome to my channel. Why was the camera bouncing? Anyway, today we're gonna talk about WWE wrestlers and divas. Before I go any further with that, I want to say this could become a 2, 3, or 4-parter to at the least, depending on how long-winded we are. We're gonna talk about 3 wrestlers tonight. The main one that is the biggest headache we have is the Russian idiot Rusev and the Imperial twat Lana.
The Russian slut. Hate her.
And who are the other two?
Brock Lesnar, for one.
Yeah, he's a tool.
He is not a defending champion. He will not defend his title.
He's a retreating champion.
And the other would be Seth Rollins. Douchebag extraordinaire.
The unit. I think we're 5 years old.
As far as the other superstars that we'll be discussing, if we have their theme music, we will play it, a little bit of it at least, before we begin discussing each said superstar.
Yeah. Some of these I have looked. Cannot find them anywhere. Oh, my glasses are trying to come apart. That's great. And, we do not agree with each other on all superstars. Like, for instance, the Great Khali.
Ugh.
I personally liked him. Well, I liked his music anyway.
I thought he was absolutely useless.
I just liked his music.
I didn't see the point of him even being there.
Well, I didn't really either. So, anyway. I'm not answering that. So, the first superstar we have is actually one of our favorites. The previous leader of the Shield, Roman Reigns.
He is phenomenal. I would chew on his ass for days.
She's actually met him.
Yes, I have.
I have not had the pleasure of meeting him yet.
Actually, a lot of the superstars we'll be talking about I've actually met.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to see him live.
There are some new ones on here that neither one of us have met yet.
I wish.
Yeah, really, Paige. Anyway, well, actually, that's a diva.
We'll get to them later.
Yeah, we'll get to the divas later.
The Superman punch.
That's just
a thing of beauty.
That's glorious.
The spear,
and the spear is just devastating, really.
Oh my gosh. There's no coming back from that spear.
Actually, I've seen people come back from it before. Ryback came back from it, but that's because he's a big freaking piece of meat.
He's a machine.
Yeah, really. Speaking of him, well, we'll get to him later.
Yeah.
What else to say about him?
He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's just a A-list superstar,
he's
really.
He's one of the best in the WWE right now.
Yeah. And
he's rising fast.
Yeah, and for the record, yes, we know it's scripted. Do we care? No.
No, not at all.
Why? Because
they're phenomenal athletes.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
The wrestling is fake, totally. The dialogue is faked, it's scripted. But the pain, the pain is very real.
But to be able to do what they do,
some of the moves that they do,
you have to be an extraordinary athlete. Not everybody gets to actually make it to the WWE just because they go through NXT.
Yeah,
a lot of them wash out in NXT.
Yeah, and some of them don't even make it to NXT.
No.
And then some of them go to the cheap knockoffs.
Yeah, like
anyway,
Honor, but we won't go there.
Yeah, it's a totally different episode. So moving on to the next one.
I'm sure everybody knows who this is.
It's the Flying Billy Goat.
Daniel Bryan.
Leader of the Yes Movement.
He is one of my favorites, too. He's awesome. I just love him to death.
It's actually been almost a year since he was injured.
Yeah, it was like, what, 9 months? 8, 9 months, something like that?
Yeah, I think around 9.
Yeah.
I'm
so glad he's back.
I am too. I've actually missed him thanks to Corporate Kane. Well, Concessions Kane. Can I get some peanuts? What he did was just a dick move.
It was beyond dick.
Yeah.
It was
a douche canoe.
You're a big wet flapping douchebag.
Yeah, I just realized I have these 3 right in the row. and
That's
right next
awesome.
is him. So that actually kind of works.
Go.
The next one was a previous member of the Wyatt family. We actually liked him back then. He was just kind of weird and creepy.
That's why we liked him.
Yeah, really. He fit in.
Fit in with the family.
Yeah, really. Wow, both families.
Now, this music may not be as recognized as some.
Since he's more or less new to the solo scene.
Yeah.
How would you describe him?
Creeptastic?
I would say weird-tacular, but yeah. Is that even a word?
It is now.
Anyway.
Big Red.
Yeah, Eric Rowan.
He is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and he gets enough momentum behind him, he'll plow you down.
Oh, yeah.
He'll knock you out.
I just wish that when I went to see them live, Bray Wyatt was there, and I had never even heard of Bray Wyatt before that night, but it was just Bray Wyatt. Big Red and the other jackass wasn't with him.
So I guess we're raising the censor in this episode, are we?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either. Honestly, we both liked him before he even came into the solo scene. The only thing that kind of really creeped us both out was that sheep mask thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because in the dark, all you'd see is like that sheep's face and just.
That was creepy as hell.
But that's what made him him.
Right.
Because like what other superstars gonna wear a mask except for the one?
The luchadors, but.
Well, yeah. Well, and El Torito and them, but they don't. That's a totally different episode. What else to say about Big? Oh, I like his beard.
And I would not want to get on his bad side.
Yeah, make him mad.
No. He
He'd
would
be
just
out.
steamroll you.
He would flatten you.
That would not be a good thing.
All right. Now for the leader of the Wyatt family, which I think I kind of just gave it away there.
Kinda.
Well, I guess we'll just kind of let his music explain more about him. Here we go.
I do love this music.
I love the bassiness of it.
Yeah. Yes,
And right about now, you'd see all the fireflies in the crowd, which I think is
when
cool
I
too.
saw, they didn't do the fireflies.
Yeah, because nobody had heard of him. He was a newcomer. That would be the very creepy
Bray
Wyatt. Yeah.
The backbend thing he does.
Yeah, with the beard hanging up and the hair. That's just that's weird.
I do like Sister Abigail.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that. You can come back from the Spear and Superman punch. Sister Abigail, you're gone.
I do like Sister Abigail. That's ruthless.
Yeah, that's a kill move. Which, speaking of finishing moves, not Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, the death roll. The alligator roll. Yeah, the gator roll. Now, I do like the gator roll. I do like that.
Not me.
One of the reasons I like it is because he knocks Cesaro out of the ring with it. That's the only reason I like it.
But anyway,
we
digress.
Yeah. Next up...
the music will say it all.
Yeah. That's basically all we have to say. Is that the music will say it all. I want to make sure I get the right one. And nowadays, freaking all.
The She Nation.
Mr. John Cena. Who actually got some of the other superstars fired by accident.
But he got their jobs back.
That's true. He did. And the authority honored him.
So, whoopsie corrected.
Yeah. Whoopsie. I don't really know I don't really have much to say about him, really. Except that he's been one of the all-time favorites of ours.
The Five Knuckle Shuffle, I love. But anymore, it's like everybody expects him to do the AA.
Yeah.
So he can't pull off the AA anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So he kind of needs a new signature move.
Yeah, or at least switch it up.
Yeah, for a little bit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But he's...
In the STFU, I think that's funny that they had to actually change the name of that.
Well, the AA used to be the FU.
No, that's true, yeah. Which is basically what it said to him.
Basically.
the next one we really don't have music for,
Unfortunately.
which I have looked for it time and time again, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
He's one of my favorites.
I personally never seen him wrestle.
So that would be Z-Rye, Zack Ryder, Long Island Iced Z. Iced Z.
I know I'm saying I have iced tea.
Uh,
Excuse me, one moment.
I like his internet show.
Mm-hmm.
I just like everything about Zack.
His work on YouTube is good.
Yeah, his show is entertaining. And
really
I think
like
he's a good wrestler. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of wrestling time, but when he's there, I think he does a good job.
Yeah, he's kind of like a newer version of Jericho, I guess you could say.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, because neither one of them get really a lot of wrestle time, but I think Z-Rye gets more wrestle time than Jericho.
Yeah.
So, newer version. Anyway. The next one. HBK.
Uh-huh.
Which is actually really close to my initials. Mr. Showstopper. I'm trying to contain myself.
My white boy dancing.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels. What
Otherwise,
can we say about Shawn?
Except for his other nickname was Sexy Boy.
One of my favorite things that Shawn always did was the sweet chin music. I love that.
Yeah.
That cracked me up every time I saw it.
Honestly, again, Shawn Michaels was a little bit,
Before you.
yeah.
I remember him though.
I never really got to see him wrestle. I would have loved to have seen him wrestle.
He was fantastic.
Sorry, talking to myself, sorry. Well, basically, I love his music. I love what he does. I love who he is. And I think this is getting close to the
Yes, it is.
end of the first part. So, we will pick up with the next duo, actually.
Yes, so we will be back.
And thank you. Come again.